Hi Taurus, welcome to the second week of October. This week I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot. Okay. So while I was shuffling off screen, I'm gonna put these back. But while I was shuffling off screen, I saw the High Priestess pop out. Oh, whoops. So we'll see if she comes out in this reading proper. But if she doesn't, I definitely feel that you guys are in a very intuitive mind state right now. To me, the High Priestess always talks about Taurus as well. Oh. All right, so there's the High Priestess. And I just think it's so amazing that the High Priestess came out not just once, but twice for you guys. Like, the odds of that happening are so astronomically low that you know that this is a message that's meant for you to listen to hear. I feel like you guys, and you guys probably knew when I said that she would come out. I think that you guys are right now in a really powerful, intuitive mind state. I think that you're really powerful spiritually and mentally right now. And if anyone is trying to like confuse you or like throw you off the scent, you're just not having it this week. And probably this month, to be honest, because if I remember correctly, you got the High Priestess recently as well. But I see a lot of cards that were in the Aries reading, so maybe it would be within your best interest to go take a look at that as well. Aries got the Five of Cups, the Temperance, and the Seven of Cups. So I feel like what I told them was that they were working on themselves with the Temperance, and I feel like the same thing applies to you. I feel like you're, maybe in like a different way though, I feel like you guys are trying to work out something about the situation. Perhaps like someone isn't being entirely honest, and that's why like the High Priestess is coming out, because by not being entirely honest or omitting information, they're sort of forcing you to use your more intuitive forms of information gathering rather than just speaking. But I feel like this Five of Swords here isn't talking so much about like a confrontation as it is like the omission of information. So like I don't see the Moon card, but I'm feeling a lot that there's something that you're not being told. It might be because it's coming out to light. Because I see this Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords always talks about a new beginning, but with clarity, communication, all the things that sort of those airy qualities stand for. So I think that you're going to start seeing a lot more clarity here soon. I feel like with this Four of Cups, you're sort of, with the Four of Cups, I feel like you've been tired of the, like, that's what she said, he said, kind of energy stuff for like a while. I feel like, and now you're at this point where you're like, oh my God, can this just end? I want a new beginning that's clear, that's succinct, that's honest. And I feel like you're going to get it, especially with your overall card as the Sun. The Sun is probably the most positive card in the tarot. And to get it as your overall energy this week, I feel you're doing great. In fact, you're probably glowing. And I wouldn't be too terribly surprised if someone's commented on it and told you, wow, your skin is glowing, or wow, you look so great, or whatever. And I also wouldn't be surprised if they haven't, just because they're probably too intimidated, to be entirely honest. But with this Queen of Cups, also, I feel like you're so in your intuition, for one, because the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, but you're so sort of warm and nurturing right now. Even though this Queen of Cups looks a little bit sort of intimidating in a way, I feel like that's how people are perceiving you right now. They're like, wow, this person is so great. And they could be like just a touch intimidated by how like powerfully in your own power you are. But I see good things. Like the Death card here, I haven't been talking about it, but the Death card is definitely, I feel, putting an end to this sort of Four of Cups situation, Five of Swords situation. Four of Cups, Five of Cups, and Five of Swords energy that you have up top here. Because you're sort of in a point where you're done with that energy and you're moving on from it. Especially with this Temperance card, I feel like you've learned to take whatever it was that you've learned from this situation and apply it to your life, and now you're ready to move on. It could be with this Queen of Cups that you were too giving or too eager to sort of nurture someone, and it could be that you were taken advantage of or used basically as a comfort or like a security blanket, basically. But I feel like you're not having any of that, especially with the Death card. I feel like you're really this week drawing a line in the sand and saying like, no, these are what my boundaries are. This is what I expect out of a relationship. This is what I expect out of our situation, because you might not necessarily want a relationship, but I feel like there's just a lot of confusion in general, and you're cutting through that this week and you're saying, no, this is how it's going to be. Or rather, this is what my expectations are. And then you're like asking them, and you're like, how about you tell me what you're feeling for once? And I feel like a lot of you are just going like, oh, yes, because you've just been left in the dark, and you're probably just so sick of having to guess how people are feeling. With this Seven of Cups card, I feel like you might be even like thinking about what you're going to say, like preemptively ahead of time. But I feel like this conversation is definitely going to come soon here with this Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands always talks about communication and fast coming communication. So whatever is coming, it's going to be quick. It could be over like any kind of instant messenger, or maybe a phone call, or over text, just because it's like something that takes over in the moment. It's like, okay, this doesn't wait. And it could be you and it could be them. But whatever it is, it's going to lead to clarity, I feel. And even if their intention isn't to make things clear, I feel like they're going to end up talking to you and make things clear in one way or another. Especially with this Three of Wands, because I always say that the Three of Wands is like the third step in the decision-making process for me. So the Ace of Wands is a new beginning, and you're sort of assessing your situation, taking in all the new information. And then the Two of Wands for me is like sitting down and planning, whereas the Three of Wands is you've made your plan, you've acted on it, and now you're waiting to see what your results are. So I feel like for a lot of you, you might be sort of thinking what you're going to say to this person. A lot of you might already have done that, and now you're just waiting to do it. But with this Sun card, I see like really positive outcomes. I think whatever you do, you're going to end up sort of being the one victorious in the end. From this Eight of Wands, I'm getting a lot of Six of Wands energy, even though it's not in the reading proper. So just like I would say believe in yourself. Believe in the, sort of like that saying, believe in the me that believes in you. Just because I'm seeing a lot of positivity here, and I think that your Seven of Cups, whatever it is that you're thinking, with the High Priestess, you're probably right. And with the High Priestess right next to your Seven of Cups, you are in such a good position to manifest right now. So just think about what it is that you want and then will it into reality. So that's your reading for this week. I hope to see you guys next week for hopefully an even more positive reading. But I wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope to see you next week. Take care.